Northwestern Wildcats offense will go to work first. And Jesse, they've got a running back they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance up.
Bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Rebels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact plays.
This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Bring in the heat. And the pressure was too much. They're getting up to 15.
3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On his way from around the 50. And the punt team. Swing him to the ground. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Zings it complete to the right. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds up to 42. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good on the back. You know,
open field on the right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Yeah, for starting the season out, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different looking offense here in game 2.
attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything. Sounds like they had a good one there. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He wants to take the top off. Snags it on the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First down here for the offense. Trying play action. Finds his man. It's Hainsworth. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be third and long. He's looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
Power football with the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Wagner. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have speed. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a game.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Stoll. Snagged in the middle. It's Wagner. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Got it, looking for the first down. fire. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
They'll run for it. It's up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. And, oh, man, the offensive line probably just swelled up a little bit, relying on them on that type of fourth down play.
Oh, and in that kind of situation, if you're the back, there can be no hesitation. You know you can't be dancing.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. If you look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use. Times now, he's in at the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll try to get outside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
A third down try for the offense. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Signals for the fair catch. It's outside the 20. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some Nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Beal. He almost picked up the first down on that, but he'll be just a little bit short. The play action fake. It's picked off and another empty drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Handoff from the gun. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Dropping back, it's Stone. Makes the grab. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Looking for a crease to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting it to the ground.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Northwestern will have to punt it away. What a great job. Inside the 10. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. From the gun, running back on the move. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Going to swing it on second down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard. That one.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To throw, it's Stone. Fires to the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. They'll try the run. Hard-hitting tackle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be. Stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Gets the back moving. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback falls to and sacked at the 12.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field. Put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Wildcats head quickly to the line. Looking to throw it, Stowe. Caught. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Offense lining up quickly. Off play action. They get to him as he throws. Got the tight end outside. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Behind the chains now on second and long. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive in this senior trying to fit that one in there. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They're working that left side. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Pulls and fires complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They go to the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Here's a hit. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but man, this defense again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity level. They're able to put a stop. Turn right at the 30-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. The inside handoff. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards.
That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down. Touchdown, Rebels. How about this defense taking one back to...
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out? They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll try to run for it. He gets it beyond the marker, and it'll be a 1st down for Northwestern.
Man, I do not want a guy that can dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the 1st down.
Leaves it with the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Quickly complete. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Under Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UConn. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stay. They'll stop him at the 16. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, that seemed to be prime territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open.
What a run. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll leave it with it. Touchdown, Northwestern. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They really got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's fouled. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right on the money. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's reeled in. It's Haynes. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll keep it himself. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Rebels come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Finds his man. It's Thomas. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And they can't make the connection. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one is perfect. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next week.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. Northwestern coming to the line with another first down. Now on the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 32nd. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quick release on the RPO. Finds a crease at the 20. And he eluded the defense and he took it all away. Touchdown, Wildcats!
It hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long when he's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit. Here, make the stop at the 19. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it first and 10 now inside the 50. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Rebels have it with a first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Rebels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. On the ground, it's Flowers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. It will take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And that's kind of what this offense has done. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know